Every night we sleep, and this world finishes. No more you remain a doctor or engineer or a professor. A different world starts when you sleep, a dream world. Nothing of material exists there. So, and when you wake up, your dream world vanishes. Another dream world starts. So this is also dream world. This world exists for 16 hours or 17 hours. Another dream world exists every night for 7 hours. But both are dream world. Both are not permanent. Because when you sleep, you don't remember your bank balance, you don't remember your car number. Everything is finished. So these are two dream worlds. One dream we see with closed eyes, another hallucination, another world in its own mystery. When you wake up, the world finishes. But another dream starts. It lasts a little longer, 2 times more than the sleep dream world. But both is dream world. Both is not permanent. So realize this thing. Then you will search for something which is permanent. Yourself, your consciousness is permanent. To realize that is self-realization. So it is stage-wise. Once you realize self, who you are actually, center, the consciousness, as we have done this meditation too this morning, the stop meditation. We try to disidentify ourselves from body. We are not this body. We are not this mind. We can watch this mind. We cannot be mind. You cannot watch yourself. The mind cannot watch the mind. So you are a consciousness which can witness everything. So that find out that who is that consciousness. And to establish into that consciousness is a self-realization. After you realize the self, longing for more will finish. You will be happy with yourself. The realization of self gives you so much pleasure, so much contentment, so much joy, so much bliss, that you will not need anything else to be happy. Your nature, the stuff with which you are made is happiness. We call it in the East, Satchit Anand. Truth, consciousness and bliss is the nature of our being. To realize that being is a self-realization. And then one more stage, that is God realization or nirvana. To realize what is this world, how this world has been created, who manages this world. So these are the stage frames. We have to start from this world realization. See the world. That's why Osho advises us not to leave the world. Because if you leave the world, you cannot realize the mysteries of the world. Remain in the world. But be conscious, live consciously. People live in the world unconsciously. So they never realize and they are never satisfied. Also advise us to live consciously. And that consciousness will come through meditation. So meditation is a technique, and in this neo-sannyas, the only condition which Osho has put is regular meditation. Meditation is a food for your soul. The consciousness cannot be born without meditation, without it sit silently and forget the world for 1 hour, drop the mind for 1 hour and be settled in your consciousness. Then your consciousness will give nourishment and it will become stronger and stronger, and one day you will be able to realize it. At the moment, consciousness is so weak because you don't get nourishment. All the energy mind takes away. All the time you are in the mind. You are thinking, planning. Planning about the future, thinking about the past. You are never in the present moment. So your consciousness does not get any attention. Meditation gives food to your consciousness. Regular meditation, daily meditation is a blessing. The more you meditate, the more you will enjoy. The more you will meditate, the more you will understand why Osho has advised us to meditate regularly. People who don't meditate, people who have not meditated in their life, have never tested, they know mind. They don't know the value of meditation. They don't know the mystery of meditation. So that's why Osho has advised us to go to a camp, a place, a retreat, where you can forget the world for 2, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, and just dig deep within you and realize who you are. So this visiting of camp and retreat will give you a taste of meditation. Then you will start enjoying meditation. Unless you enjoy something, you are not going to do it. Howsoever is recommended, unless you taste it and you like it, you are not going to do it. So meditation should first provide you pleasure. It should give you some taste. Then only it can become a regular. And for that, a retreat is very helpful. Here we do 2-3 days retreat, but I recommend you to, if possible, come for a little longer retreat. Those who are sincere seekers, those who want to realize truth in this life, they should find out time. At least 10% of your time should be spent in the search of this truth. 90% of time you can keep it for the world, for the money, for the outer world. But at least 10% of your time should be reserved for search of something which is permanent. And at the time of death you will realize that 90% time you invested in this world, which is a mirage, and it's of no use, and you cannot take away pain with you. But 10% time which you have invested in meditation has provided you an experience, a bliss, which is your real wealth, and which will go with you even after death. So that is the real virtue, real thing which you can attain in this physical body. So my sincere advice is that if you want to realize truth in this life, you have to make decisions. 90% time is enough for world, for money, for prestige. 10% time you should reserve for truth or search of yourself or God realization. And if you just put 10% of time, you will not have to take another life. In this life you will be able to realize what is the ultimate truth. And that will make your life blissful, happy. A permanent bliss which will never end is possible. So come for longer retreat and you divide your life in such a way. 10% means about 1 month in a year. 11 months. You can intelligently divide time. So maybe after every 4 months, you can spend 10 days for inner search. Or maybe after 1 year, you can spend 1 month for intense search. That intensity is needed. In 2 days, we cannot go very deep in meditation. We just touch the meditation, then there's time to go back home. So we cannot go deep. So for deeper experience, I invite you for longer retreats, and you can really find out your source of water. So friends, these are the advice from the Master.